Hello and welcome to this very special Mercenary Star Podcast unboxing video. We are going to unbox BattleTech Aces Scouring Sands. That's right. I got it as soon as I could. I pre-ordered it from my sponsor, Fortress Miniatures and Games. Thank you, Bobby. I did order it from him. And like I said, got it as soon as he got it in. He shipped it out along with everyone else who pre-ordered. So, but yeah, really excited. This is a really heavy box, so we're gonna go over it and try to take a peek at everything inside, shall we? First, this is a super heavy box. There we go. We're going to put that behind me for a second so you can see it. It's kind of out of frame, but that's okay. So we have the BattleTech Aces Rulebook here. Yes, very, very nice. I like the cover. Got a whole bunch of information. It is about 40 pages. It has some additional Alpha Strike rules. This is an Alpha Strike system. So BattleTech Aces is the solo and co-op campaign play for BattleTech Alpha Strike. It does require Alpha Strike rules. Now you can download the free Alpha Strike Quick Start rules from BattleTech, the BattleTech website. I'll try to have a link for that in the YouTube description. And but you can also buy the Alpha Strike box set and get those same rules as part of it. So if you have that, you got the rules, or Alpha Strike Commander's Edition, you can also use that. So, but you can play without purchasing anything else. You just got to go download the Quick Start rules for Alpha Strike. But like I said, there are some additional rules in here for infantry, for combat vehicles, which is pretty nice. There's a quick reference card, I think, in there as well. And then CGL is using the word automated opponent. So instead of AI, I'm going to call it AO. Okay. So Aces AO is what we're going to be dealing with. You know, AI kind of has a negative connotation for some people, not necessarily for me, but it's got, they're calling it AO. So that's what we're going to call it. Yeah, there's a lot of good information in here on how to play. And so gonna have to dive into that. Now, I'm gonna switch over to the desk cam and we'll get started looking at the rest of the contents of the box. All right. So, if you were looking at this and you thought, looks like bacon, you're not alone, because I initially saw a comment on another video from someone who got this at Essen, and they said, oh, it looks like bacon in the comments. And I thought, oh, I can't unsee it now. So opening the box, like, yep, kind of looks like bacon. A little moldy maybe, because there's some green on there. But these are your pieces of terrain. They are thinner cardboard with fold lines, so you can fold it and make hills, which is pretty nice, especially if you have the Alpha Strike box where you have buildings and trees and stuff like that. This would go great with it. So there you go. There's a little three-dimensional hill. Now, it will probably not do well with the metal minis. It may, those might be a little too heavy, but plastic should be no problem. All right, so we now have the special order cards. These are the cards that are for the automated opponents, the AO, that basically tell to help you move the automated opponents in such a way, whether they're being aggressive or balanced or cautious. So I like that there's different options. That plus the campaign tracks I think will definitely allow for a lot of replayability. On top of that, I can't wait to see what other people come up with to use this system outside of the Scouring Sands campaign. If you've watched any of Penny Arcade's Black Remnant, I feel like that is a great example of kind of the role play adventures, the storytelling that this box is going to bring. If highly recommend going to watch them. Penny Arcade, they have a box set out called Black Remnant. We are going to cover that as well at some point. I just need to get one of them on here, and so we can do an episode of the Black Remnant. That'd be fun. Covering mercenaries. We got the Alpha Strike cards. So there's Locust 2C and the emplacement or the BSPs for emplacements, vehicles, stuff like that. We got some blank pilot cards, which is great. I love that. And that's going to be useful in the campaign as well. Got some room for abilities. This is part of the Rifleman. We'll look at that in a second. But let's start with the mech, shall we? We have the Summoner. It is an alternate variant. I don't remember what variant it is, but it says it on the back of the box and in the rules. And I'm sure, please leave a comment and correct me. Okay, that engagement really helps. But yeah, so the Summoner looks pretty good. I'm excited to use it. Let's see if we can get it to zoom in a little better there. Focus. There we go. Looks pretty good. There's kind of a little bump here that's a little weird on the right torso. Don't know if it's supposed to be there or if it's a mold issue, but we have the Locust 2C, classic second line mech. Honestly, it's pretty awesome. There we go. Getting it to focus there. We have, there's some vehicles I'll show you in a second. We have the Baboon. Looks great. We have the Rifleman. I think it's the Rifleman C. I don't know, but it's a Rifleman. It's not a Rifleman 2C. So also with jump jets, apparently. That'll be fun. We have the Thunderbolt 2C, which does look incredible. I love the underslung guns on the arms. Then we have the Marauder 2C. It is a different variant as well. I think it has some ballistic weapons in the arms. Also jump jets. And then the big one, the Kraken or Bane with all the missiles. That's a crazy amount of missiles, honestly. All right. Here are the vehicles. I think they look pretty good. Although the missile rack on top right there is a little weird. It's like an LRM-10. But there's two of those. Now let's look at what is underneath, shall we? We have a rules reference sheet, which is great. Combat vehicles, indirect fire, motive system damage, and vehicle crit table. I've heard this is, people are pretty excited about this. The infantry movement and attacks and transporting infantry, and then emplacements. I know Brent was very excited about that. We have an Aces sortie log with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8 of these sortie logs. And then we have the bacon thing was the last thing you remember me saying? Okay. Thanks, Short. Unit roster, named pilots, memorial information, and then for units that have been killed or destroyed. Sortie setup, so that's pretty nice. I would definitely recommend copying those. I'm sure we can download them somewhere, but I have yet to find it. Let's see. We have tokens. We got waypoints, which are going to be useful in the campaign. There's the different waypoint letters, question marks here for, you know, that little bit of randomness in game. I do like that it has tokens for ground TMM movement, standstill, jumping, and sprinting. So that's pretty cool. We have terrain. We have rivers and valleys. And then we also on here have some clan foot soldiers on one side and elementals on the other. There we go, so you can see them a little better. There's also a bridge, and then there's emplacements. Medium, light, and heavy. So. And then we have the BattleTech Aces campaign book, Scouring Sands campaign, which is spiral bound, really nice. We've got, like I said, the Thunderbolt 2C, the Rifleman C2, as Wargaming has corrected me. Thank you. Yeah. I love that. I love the artwork. There it is again. But here we go. Nice table of contents shot for you. Kind of all the things that we have. Information on beginning the campaign. Battle ROM review. I like how there's some information. It looks like there's some stuff from the Alpha Strike box. But basically how to set it up. There's a training simulator mission. Simulator waypoints, how to do that. And then we got the Scouring Sands campaign intro, information about the planet. More info on the terrain and additional rules. And then how to begin the campaign. And then I think this was one of the reasons they did the spiral is because spiral bound is because you can have it laid out and this is one mission. So you've got these 2 pages are one mission. Turn the page. Next mission, you know, 03. And there are 21 missions. So then there's a whole bunch of information on the waypoints, which I think is what it'll help make this replayable. And then there's like an epilogue and stuff like that. So, but there we go. That is BattleTech Aces. Thank you all for joining me for this unboxing video. And I am really excited to get to play this. I've not played very much Alpha Strike, but I'm excited to give it a shot. And I think it'll be really good to play with my sons to do a cooperative campaign. So that's what I'm probably, you know, I'll consider if I can get it set up how to maybe record some of that. But let me know. Let me know if that's what you want to see. Want to see some BattleTech Aces play for me and my sons. But once again, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the stream. If you've been watching or watching on YouTube, please give me a like and subscribe. It definitely helps the channel. And let me know. Let me know if you've got aces. Let me know what you're excited about aces. And if you have gotten yours. Again, you can definitely check out Fortress Miniatures and Games and try to get in order with them. I know they were selling out rather quickly, but they were getting multiple orders in. So, you know, keep an eye out on them. Also check your local game shops. I know some have had them as well. So, again, thank you. Hope that you enjoyed this. We'll have some other unboxing videos like this as well, I think, coming in the future. So maybe even for some of the older products, but that's okay because I didn't have them and we want to get them up. We want to make sure everyone knows about the awesome products we have. So thanks. We'll see you next time. God bless.